Can we pass list as a parameter to the function in Python as we did in the case of variable passing as a parameter in function? And the answer is yes, we can. Welcome back Techtions, my name is Amit Agarwal, welcome to Python Illustrator. Let's continue with this of Python. In the earlier videos we have seen what exactly was function and how do we use function in Python. Also we did some programming on that also. Link is given in the description. You can check what exactly that we did in the earlier videos. Now today we are going to see how we can pass a list to a function as a parameter in Python. We have created a video on list also. I hope you have seen that, and if not, please go to the videos. Link is in the description. And if you have not subscribed my channel, please do subscribe Python Illustrator so that you can make the most profit. Okay guys, so without wasting much time, let's start. So our basic motto is passing list as an argument to a function. And how we can do that? It's very simple. We have to just create a list. So let's say we have created a list. And we all know what is a list. List is an ordered collection of elements. Let's say we have 5 elements in our list, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is a list as we can see. Now we have created a function called myList using def keyword, and we have passed this list as a parameter in the function. Okay, now we have, just to ensure that our list is working or not, we have simply print a statement called it's working. Also we have printed the type of the list using the type function, and then we have printed the list. Also we have to call the function myList in order to invoke or call this particular function. Okay guys, so let's move to our IDE and see what exactly we are trying to say. So here is a small code to elucidate what exactly we are trying to say. So it is a list, it is called function calling, it is function definition, and we have printed 3 statements over here. So if we run this code, as you are able to see, we are getting this statement that it's working. Now we can say that we can list as a parameter in the function, and using type function we got to know that exactly this list is of class list, and we have printed this list also, and you are able to see we are getting our out. So here was a small example. Also a quick practice can be done by following this simple program. For example, let's say if you want to create a simple program to add all even numbers by 2 and all odd numbers by 3 in a list, and we have to do this with the concept of list as a parameter to the function. So how we can do that? Simple. Let's say we have a list, we have printed the original list, and then we have called this myList function, and this myList function is first printing that it's working, just to ensure that our list is working. Now we have to run the for loop. Why for loop? Because we have to access every element of the list, right guys? So we have run the loop from range to length of the list, means the length of the list, the total number of elements in the list, and we have to use now if else block. LST mod 2 is double equals to 0, and I hope you know that we have talked about modulus operator. It returns the remainder. If it is true, then it means that if our element is even, then we are printing this element by 2, else our element is been added by 3, and we are printing the change list also. So let's see, without wasting our time, what exactly we are trying to say. So here is a simple code that we saw in our slide. It's the same code. It is our list, it is the original list, it is the function being called, it is a function definition, and here is the for loop. Okay guys, so if we save the code and run the code, guys, I'm not typing the code with just in order to just save the time. Okay guys, so if we save and run the code, we see our original list that is being printed from over here, and it is the change list, means all the even elements are added by 2 and all the odd elements are added by 3. So in this manner we can work on all the elements of loop. Also you can try for all the odd and even elements together, and we can do a lot regarding list and function also, that we are going to see what is the task for you all. Also I have created a simple code for you all in order to add the elements of list. How? Let's say we have a function, same function myList, and the same list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we have to add all the elements of the list. So let's say we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. and the total should be 15. Right guys? So we have to simply type for I in LST, LST means the list, and we have to simply type the code S plus I, means S is initially 0, so 0 plus I means the first element, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, and the total leads to what? The total leads to 15. Now if we save the code and run the code, the output should be 15. Right guys? It just, in order to ensure that we are not creating any drama, we can just change the element, save the code and run the code. The total is 18. 4 plus 2 6 plus 3 9 plus 4 13 plus 5 18. Okay guys, so in this manner a list can be passed as an argument to a function and then it can be implemented over here. Right guys? So it was a simple example to elucidate how we can pass a list as an argument to a function. I hope you have understood this concept, and I request you all to please implement this code at your system and do let me know in the comment section what all problems you're facing so that we can sort it out. Also, there is a practice exercise for you that you can create a simple program to count all even and odd programs from the list, a sample program to add all the elements from the list, a sample program to square the digits of the list. For example, let's say we have this particular list 1 2 3 4 5 and I want to print the square of the list. Let's say 1 square means 1, 2 square means 4, 3 square means 9, 4 square means 16 and 5 square means 25. That you will implement, and do let me in the comment section, are you able to implement that or not? And guys, I request you to please subscribe at Python Assistant for further updates. So guys, that's all from now from this video. I hope you've understood the concept, and do subscribe Python Assistant for further updates. So thank you very much. Bye bye.